Hello, this is Teresa and welcome back to my channel for a new tutorial. I'm going to be doing some card making with the Screen Sensation screen printing kit. I'll be sharing my tips and tricks and also some finished card samples. So I hope you'll enjoy watching this video. So this is the smaller of the two systems that are available, and this is a perfect size for these 5x7 screen mesh designs, and therefore I think this is perfect size for doing card making projects. So as you can see, once I open the lid, there's another piece inside there which I just pulled out, and this is what the screen is attached to. And you attach it with this tape that comes with the system. Basically, to me, it just looks like some painter's tape that's yellow. One of the keys to success is making sure that you get the screen on as flat as possible. And I'll be speeding it up as I'm attaching the tape. And one of my tips is you may have to pick up the tape a few times to make sure that it is spread tightly across the opening. So as you can see, I make a few adjustments, and then I add tape on the other two sides. And when I turn it over, I want to make sure that there aren't any gaps or wrinkles in the front of it before I start screen printing. So it's important to make sure you've turned it the opposite way so that the screen is resting on top of the base underneath. And now I'm picking up the lid so that I can put my cardstock directly underneath the design, and then I'll start applying some of the paint across the very top of the screen. And one thing that's really important to do is to make sure that you have paint spread across wide enough so that you can cover the entire design, because the next thing you're going to do is use that little spreader or scraper kind of looking thing that's on the right hand side. I'm going to use that to drag the paint down. And when I do pick it up, I'm going to put it at a 45-degree angle and apply fairly firm pressure as I slowly drag it down towards the bottom. And as I get to the bottom, I'm going to freeze frame for a second, like right here, so you see that I didn't get paint over the entire pattern. And I'm going to show you what you really shouldn't do, is try to drag the paint up the other way to cover up that mistake. As you'll see in a moment, I'll actually not have any trouble with this particular pattern, but I can tell you from experience, I already tried to do this on some other designs and ended up with a smeared print. So I'll show you, even though this didn't smear on me, I think I just lucked out this time. You definitely should avoid doing that. So I'm going to repeat this process one more time just to show you how to make sure that you don't have that type of issue. And the way to avoid that is to put way more paint than you think you might need. So here's the card example. I did some pencils, colored pencils, and added a die cut and put on some pattern paper. So the next design I'm using is the fairy screen. And I've already set that up and put it into the Screen Sensation printer. And the first thing I'm going to do is put down some black cardstock and basically do the same process, just making sure that I have enough paint on there to cover it and that it's wide enough. And what I do off screen that you don't see is that I did the same thing onto some clear acetate. So I'll be showing you examples shortly of what my two finished cards look like. Like this one was very striking, and I fussy cut around the entire image and then added some selective coloring onto this card with some Nuvo drops. And on this card, with the acetate, I turned it into a shaker card. So I would like to say that I really think this looks fantastic. Works great on acetate. And now I'm doing another experiment with a different ink color and a different set of patterns onto this Rhinea foiled paper. And here are two examples of what those look like. whenever I isolated the patterns and made a card front out of alternating stripes of red and gold Rhenea fold paper. And for the last example, yes, I know it's not Christmas time, but this is one of these things where you can definitely turn it into a card, or you could use this on a lot of bags to create gift bags for Christmas. So this could be a very fun thing to use for mass production. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video and will consider leaving me a comment or a thumbs up.